Howdy, my name is Nico, I like novels, and welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today, friends, I have quite the odd video for you guys, not gonna lie. So I had seen in the comments of my sketchbook tour that quite a lot of you wanted a tour of me type video, and I had it filmed, I had it ready, but I really did not like the end product. I felt I could do better, so I re-recorded it here for you today. But on top of that, over the weekend I had gone to London, so I decided that I'd toss in a bit of a haul type segment in here just so I could share with you guys some of the new things that I got, because I'm really excited about them. So if that's cool with you, please sit down, get a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, get your sketchbook, and let's just hang out for a bit. I hope that's okay with you guys. That being said, if you have any ideas about what you would like to see on my channel going forward, please do let me know in the comments section down below. I absolutely love hearing what you guys think I should do next, so do let me know. And that being said, actually, just reminded myself, thank you guys so much for all the love on the sketchbook tour. Genuinely, I cannot express that enough. Reading your comments, it's just been such a delight, and it's really made my day. You were all so sweet and so kind, and thank you so much. I can't wait to make more content for you guys, and share the art passion with everyone, because I just love being able to record videos and kind of just babble for a bit. It's a really nice way to kind of spend the summer, I guess. But yeah, so today I'm just doing a sketchbook spread, or half of a sketchbook spread. When I had gone up to London, I had spent quite a while on the train just doodling, so that's what you can see on the right hand side of the page. As well as that, I am going to be sharing my references throughout this video on my phone that you can see there. I do use references, all artists use references, but I kind of wanted to show what I was using specifically in this video, so that's there. And I think now we're on to the whole part of this video, so yeah. My first stop on my little London adventure was the store Muji. Muji is this kind of aesthetically pleasing, minimalistic style shop. I didn't get much from there, but I did get 2 washi tapes, so I got this trio set, and then I also got this tip box set, which I was very excited about. It looked very cool. After that, I went to this shop called Cactus Art, which is kind of like Hobbycraft. It's just kind of a big art store, and I got quite a few things from there. I got this water brush, which I was quite excited about using because my water brushes are broken. I also picked up the desaturated dark set or Posca paints. I got this huge bad boy of a water brush just so I could like put washes down on pages without smudging the colours. And then I also got this absolute kerfuffle of random essentials that I needed. But yeah. My next stop was choosing keeping, which I was super excited about. My stepdad actually surprised me and got me the ginormous set of watercolour pigments because I really wanted to try making my own watercolours, and I was not shutting up about it. So I got my hands on that, and I'm so excited. If you want to see a video on that, do let me know, by the way. And this bit, oh my god, I completely forgot about what shop I had gone to, so you just have a bit of a stop motion montage. I think it was on Oxford Street, but yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me what specific shop that was. And we're back to the drawer with me. I do hope you liked that little haul. It was really fun for me to film. But yeah, I thought during this part of the video I would just take some time and answer some questions that I saw asked quite frequently in the sketchbook tour video. But if you do not want to hear me babble on and answer some questions, that is perfectly okay. You are more than welcome to mute me and just put on your own music and draw along with me. I do know that sometimes commentary over drawings isn't that fun to listen to. But yeah, for those who are still here, let me just jump right into the questions. So the first question I saw asked quite frequently was about what supplies I use. So supply wise, I literally just use watercolours and then ink pens. I do not use any specific brand of ink pen. Genuinely, I think that I'm like cursed by some ink god or whatever, because none of my ink pens work when I want them to work. I swear to you, no matter the brand, no matter the size of the nib, they will die on me after like a few lines. If you have any ink pen brand you swear by, please let me know, because mine do not work. So I will just grab whatever is like not causing a fuss on me at the minute and just line with that. But watercolour wise, I actually kind of switch between quite a few brands. I started using the Paul Rubens palette at the start of that sketchbook. I did like it, I loved it, but I fell a bit down a rabbit hole, I'm gonna be honest, and started buying some handmade watercolours, specifically by the Etsy seller Honeybee Pigments, who I will be linking down below in the description. Her watercolours are beautiful. They are so nice, and actually you'll see it in this video. Her palette, which is just made of pans that I have accumulated from her shop, I use in this video. Literally, I love her stuff, they're so good. Warning, you will get addicted to buying handmade watercolours once you start. It is a problem, but I love it. They're so nice to work with. But I use her watercolours, and then I also just have a smaller set. Can't remember the exact Etsy seller I got them from. I'll try link them down below. But I just have a palette made up of some of their stuff. But that's mostly the supplies I use. I mean, sometimes I'll experiment with like Posca pens, and I'll use pencil to add detail to some pieces. But most of the time, I literally just use watercolour and an ink pen, and then of course I use the mechanical pencil to line my pieces. But yeah, that's kind of what I use supply wise. The next question I saw asked quite a lot was about where I get my stationery from. I get my stationery from two different places, I would say. First one would be Stationery Pal, which is this, oh my god, it is the most aesthetically pleasing site I have ever been on. I love it to death. It's kind of like this giant accumulation of stationery that you can get. It's very cheap. It does take a while to ship to you, or at least it does for me in the UK, but they've got some really cute stuff on there, and I always tend to go for them first when I'm trying to find some cute new stationery. But I'm a bit of a trash gremlin, I have to admit, so any kind of like bit of packaging I get from a piece of stationery or receipts or anything like that, I will kind of just use and stick in my sketchbook. I like to think of my sketchbooks as like a scrapbook of what I've been up to that day or that week or that month, so I will just stick in stuff like receipts or train tickets or just stuff like that really. That being said, I do sometimes get stickers especially and washi tapes from Etsy sellers or Redbubble sellers sometimes, but most of the time when I do that, they're either gifts that have been added on to whatever I'm originally purchasing, or I go into the kind of process of buying stationery with a kind of goal in mind, but usually they're gifts. Usually I don't go out of my way to directly purchase washi tape or a sticker unless I'm going to Stationery Pal. I don't know why. I should probably do that more, but yeah, they're the places that I would recommend. And then the final question I got was about art block and how I deal with art block. I mean, personally speaking, I think art block is very personal and individual to each artist. I think everyone kind of goes through it differently and everyone has their own remedies. But I think personally how I deal with art block, it mostly comes about when I'm stuck in the same routine, like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, which is why I find YouTube so fun, because it's such a new experience and I'm really excited about it. But I find to get out of art block, just kind of changing that routine really helps me, whether that be just I'm just going down to a cafe for like a morning just to sit and draw there, or to go down to a park and just draw some birds, or anything like that I think really helps. But I'd also say try art challenge, try something you've not tried before. Whether that be, you know, pick out some pencils that you've not touched in a while, do something like the free marker challenge where you're just picking out 3 random colours from your set. I think stuff like that can really, really motivate you. So I would say try that, but I do hope that your art block settles soon. It is such an awful thing as a creative just to not have the motivation to create. But do remind yourself that it's a natural part of the process of creating, so don't beat yourself up about dealing with it. Every artist goes through it, but I do hope yours settles soon. So that is it for the questions. I do hope my answers were okay. If you do have any questions for me, do let me know in the comments down below. I would love to answer them. I always try answer my comments. I love talking to new people, so yeah, don't be afraid to ask. Any question's a good question. But yeah, now in the video I'm onto lining, which is for this specific page I was using my new Faber-Castell liners, and I really like them actually. They didn't die on me within the first few lines, which is very appreciated from someone who constantly just has pens die on her. I probably should talk about. Oh my god! I just remembered. I stepped on a nail. This is part of the babbly part of this video. I'm sorry. Questions are over. It's now babble time. I stepped on a nail when I was going to London, so I spent the entirety of the London trip limping around, which sucked. It was so hard. And then afterwards, after my toe had healed, my calf, like the calf of my leg, it had like locked up because I'd been limping for so long. It really hurt. And then I just like. Not dead bound, I think that's a bit dramatic, but oh my god, it just hurt. I was in so much pain. But that's my random story about going to London. I really enjoyed it though. I do recommend to any kind of creative in the UK. London has so many art shops and so many just beautiful places that I just really recommend just popping up there if you can, or just spending a day just kind of going around. It is very crowded though. I didn't like all the crowds. It actually was quite overstimulating in places because there were just so many people making so much noise, and it was really hard to like just sit down and just have a drink because people were everywhere. But I think there's also something quite lovely about that, you know, it's just to see so many different types of people and so many different types of fashion styles and, you know, so many different personalities. There's something both equally terrifying, but also I quite liked it. But yeah, I think from watching the recording, because I'm voicing this whilst watching the recording, that we're nearly at the end. So what I'm doing now, for anyone curious, is I'm just going over each drawing with a brush liner, and then we're onto the glamour shots. I do hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below telling me what you liked about it. And if you have any sorts of videos you would like to see from me in the future, let me know. If you want to see more content from me, please do subscribe. I love you all. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!